Michael, 1-1 draw at Newport. How pleased are you with the point?
Probably slightly frustrated with the point. I thought we were valued for more. Obviously going so deep into the game and 1-0 down, you take the point. But even in the last 5 minutes, I thought we could go on and edge it. We still had 2 or 3 decent opportunities. So it is a good point away from home, but it just leaves you slightly frustrated because I thought we probably could have shaded it. And the way we conceded the goal, that's the real bugbear. We come to 2 real tough places away from home in the last couple of days, Northampton and Newport, and stood up to everything they've thrown at us. The Scots hardly had anything to do in the 2 games, and we conceded from 2 set players. So that's a real frustration. I think it's probably a measure of how far we've come. But yeah, it's happy but with a tinge of disappointment.
Yeah, it's quite an unusual goal for Cheltenham to see, wasn't it? Was it just one person switching off for a split second?
That's what it is. Someone switches off, but it's not just that one person because people need to be activating each other. So it's not, well, this is my job, unless nothing else happens. You need to be making sure everyone else is right. People have roles in the team that don't actually have anything to do other than stand in an area, so their job is to activate other people and prompt them. And because when the ball goes dead, it's when people do switch off, and probably the only lapse of concentration there, and it's cost us.
Yeah, different type of game, wasn't it, which you expected, and that's why you said before the game you picked the team you did. How pleased were you with the way you stood up to that side of it?
I thought we were excellent. We probably could have created a tiny little bit more, but we had good opportunities. Tav's got the ball was unlucky. The ball's spinning away from him in the first half when he's cleaned through. He's gone through again, and we step over. The lads made a really good block. Things wouldn't quite drop to us. Boyler's hooked one across. It's dropped into the goalie's hands. And then in the last 15 minutes, we've got 3, 4, 5, almost 5 up front, even at 1-0, because we're trying to win the game. We're not happy. We're happy with the resilience, but we want 3 points clearly. Because you could come here, score in the 85th minute, I think it was, and then go, right, we'll take that. But we didn't. We could have quite easily reverted back to our shape, which is put toes in, but we didn't. We had a couple of good opportunities to go and pinch it. So yeah, I was pleased with the way they stood up to the physicality of what they do. Played some half decent football as well on a real difficult pitch.
Yeah, it's been a while since Ben Toes played in midfield, and I think it was MK Dons last season, but he did a good job there today.
It was slightly different to his MK Dons performance, as was the team's. No, he done well. It's something that's not foreign to him. I think he's better back there, but he looked very, very comfortable. Looked like he spent a lot of time in his career there, and he was almost playing as sort of like a front centre half. So he almost played a diamond of defenders to front screen. Matt, so everything they do goes through him. I felt we were the wrong side quite a few decisions, little niggly, little 50-50s, but they cope with him really well.
Yeah, was that the result of your yellow card? Well, your yellow card a result of frustration at those decisions?
Yeah, it's one of those. I've kicked the water bottle into our dugout, so it's not like I've shown a dissent, but I just thought, well, Greaves is in the penalty box 1-on-1, and he's pulled it back. And I said to him then, I said, why have you blown it? He said, well, I maybe shouldn't have done that. I was like, yeah, you're right, I agree with you. So it's just frustration because I felt we were losing at the time, and I felt we were on top, and it was just another little thing that I felt went against us. So, but I'll suck it up. It's my fault.
Yeah, Tavon Campbell, first time I think since the second game of the season. He started a league game, so I'm sure he was tired towards the end. But how do you think he did?
I thought he'd done all right, Tav. Like I said, it's difficult to come in having so little football. But he'd done all right. He did what he does. He got hold of it, and he brought people into play. And he's got that little bit where he can do a step over and a drag, and without creating any clear-cut chances for him. He was nearly, things were dropping in and around him because he's a strong boy. So I thought, no, we're pleased with the front two, to be honest.
Do you think you finished the game really strongly? You looked like if any team was going to win it, it was going to be you. Do you feel like a goal was coming in the first half? Did you feel like you created enough in the final third?
Well, that was the moment that was the half-time team talk, which is the frustration of conceding when we did and how we did. Because I felt we were getting on top. I felt the momentum of the game was coming with us, and we just needed to find that, like we talked about, that extra little bit of quality, like we did for the goal, and then to give them the goal, which we did, sort of gives them a lift. Obviously, they have a bit of a difficult time at the minute, and it gets the crowd on side, so you almost have to win the fight all over again. So, but the fact that we did do that and we wrestled it back to, in the last 5 minutes, we're the only team, in my opinion, that looked like we definitely going to try and go on to win the game. It was another sense of the disappointment.
Yeah, two draw at Northampton, draw at Newport, decent results, aren't they? But especially if you get a result on Saturday, you're making very good points.
Yeah, it's we like I said, we're not happy with the draws, and all the away draws have been good, but you need to back it up with home performances. So if we can get if it is a big if we can beat Oldham at home, then it's turned out to be, you look at the games that we've played and you think, well, it's not a bad return. But the key is we have to go and win that game.
Yeah, Gavin Murray probably might have thought you would need him again after you left him out on Sunday, but what's it been like for him today? He knows he's going back. I know he's a professional footballer, but is it a difficult situation for him?
He's been top draw. I've just mentioned him to the players in the changing room. We had a conversation on the day was the Northampton game. Left him out of the squad because we just felt that we need to move forward with the players that are definitely going to be here. He was disappointed, but he got on with it. Turned up, trained really well yesterday. He said, look, I'm going to need you. We need a goal. Put him on for 15-20 minutes, and his movement was, his application, because he could have literally just jogged around and said, well, I'm not getting injured for you. But he didn't. That's not the way he works. It's the way he goes. He's had a few knocks along the way. The way he goes about his business, the way he conducts himself professionally. He's a shining example to particularly the younger players. And they're the type of people that we want to be signing.
Yeah. James Hayes was that concussion. He had to miss today's game due to concussion, but will he be alright for Saturday?
I don't know the protocol, but I think he'll probably miss Saturday as well. I don't know. There is well, I'm not a medic, so I'll be led by. If he's available, obviously, chances are he'll play because he's done well, but he might be. There's a good chance that he's going to be unavailable due to the concussion protocol.
He feels okay, it's just protocol. You can see he's alright himself.
No, he wasn't particularly. He was a bit groggy yesterday. So at the time he didn't want to come off. Then he felt sick afterwards, and he can't actually remember anything happening. So I think we made the medics have done well because, like I said, he didn't want to come off. A couple of the players have said, no, he's all right, leave him. But the medical staff, that's their job. They've spotted the signs and took him off, and then afterwards he's like, yeah, I think you made the right decision because he felt particularly unwell.
I think Gavin Murray's loan officially ends after Saturday's game. Is that the same for the three young lads? Do you know if you definitely be able to keep him?
I'll be brutally honest, I don't actually know when the exact loans finish. But the three younger ones, we're hoping there's always a chance they get called back in January, but the lines of communication have sort of been that their parent clubs are happy for them all to stay with us, so we just work off that. Again, it can always change. They can call them back in whenever they want in January, I think. So hopefully the three younger ones will be hanging around.
And how close are you to bringing somebody in, other than renewing loans already?
Well, we're hoping someone's going to come in tomorrow, have a medical. But until they've passed a medical and they've signed on the dotted line, then there's nothing to say. But we're hoping to have one in tomorrow.
Think it's going to be a busy month?
Not really. Like I said, we've got one coming in, and then we'll take stock and see where we're at. Obviously, people like Reg and Ruben, we need to find out where they're at. Johnny's situation is still ongoing. The loans we're hoping we're sorted. So I don't think we need too much because we're still up in and around it. And if you look at the injury list that we've had and the suspensions and things like that, we've been doing okay. So I don't think we need to tinker it too much. Just trying to keep it rolling on is the key.
Yeah, I think you said before the game that Luke Varney was close to maybe being involved today, but he felt his calf. Is that just a bit of a precaution, or could it be something that keeps him out a little bit?
I don't know. He trained yesterday, and he said it didn't quite feel right. So the length of time that he's been out, I'm not prepared to risk him for 15 minutes. So I don't know whether it's the game's come that thick and fast. It's difficult to know where we're at. I don't even know what day it is. So I think we'll have to suck it and see. Ruben's back jogging, so again he's another one we're going to have to manage. So we need to find out where those two are and how fit and how many games they're going to be available for before we start looking at anything else.
Yeah. And on the 1st of January, as it stands, do you expect anyone to be leaving the club that you don't want to leave the club?
No, not at the minute. Like I said, there's been speculation with Broomy particularly, but we've had no offers, no bids, so there's contingency plans, but as far as I'm aware, we're moving forward.